Ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your WWE, SmackDown, and NXT Level Up Event Center Wrestling Report. And now here's the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans 1977. Episode 1675 of the show. We just finished watching AEW Rampage, and we'll be talking about that in just a moment. And let me show a little light here. And we're going to be talking about what happened on SmackDown, the season premiere, the USA Network. New theme song, Megan Thee Stallion, was her song Never Play was chosen for the SmackDown theme, the new SmackDown logo. In fact, there will be new thumbnails come up with these wrestling event centers. I'm working on getting the pieces together and all that. And once I get the pieces together and morph them up, there will be new thumbnails this fall. So be on the lookout. Keep a sharp eye, sharp lookout, and hopefully they'll come in. All right. So it kicked off with the steel cage match that Triple H kicks off SmackDown. 25 years. You know, at the end of August, 20 years ago, SmackDown made its official series debut. As you know, they did a pilot episode in April of '99 when the corporate ministry was first formed. But you talk about later, and Triple H was in the main event against The Rock for the WWE Championship. Shawn Michaels was a special guest referee. We all know what happened in that endeavor. For those of you who don't know, well, Shawn Michaels betrayed The Rock to make sure Triple H holds on to the championship. Lots of stuff going down. There were a lot of stars in attendance, and some were shocking, but we will get to that. As Triple H kicks off SmackDown, gets the Seattle crowd jacked up. Title match on the line in steel cage. Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. This was a matchup could have gone either way, and Cody Rhodes did retain the title. But then the rest of the bloodline, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, attacked Rhodes after the matchup, and then Roman Reigns arrives, fights off the bloodline. And then Kathy Kelly interviews Nick Aldis, and he said, well, there'll be lots of matches happening on... in fact, there will be a lot of matches going to go on. Women's action, Mi Chin versus Piper Niven. And Chelsea Green gets kicked in the face and caned by Mi Chin during the matchup. But Piper Niven tried to take advantage of that. But Mi Chin ends up winning the match in the end. And then Chelsea Green attacks Mi Chin after the matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea Green, once, goes on this... next week goes back to NXT with Piper Niven, said, okay, Julia Gulia, what do you want to do? And I see Meech and do you want Julia? I can see that matchup, but Piper Niven's not having a very good week. It's Friday the 13th. At least you don't have some kind of psychotic maniac who wears a hockey mask, wears a tattered jumpsuit, and has a machete for a weapon. So, be well that. Well, dignitaries in attendance, Hall of Famer Rob Van Dam, along with his girlfriend Katie Forbes, who used to wrestle, not in the WWE, but she's wrestles in TNA, was in attendance, along with, this is a shocker, Vicky Guerrero. Now, Vicky Guerrero was part of SmackDown for a long time, but because of recent controversy surrounding Vicky Guerrero, she hasn't appeared anywhere. In fact, the last appearance on TV was in AEW. So, and because the allegations against her husband, the stepfather of the Guerrero daughters, was the middle one, Sherilyn, accused her stepfather of sexually assaulting her, and many believe that Vicky Guerrero was kind of complicit in that situation. That's why AEW basically released her from her contract. Now, this is her first TV appearance in a long time, probably a little over a year, under my estimation. But I was kind of shocked to see Vicky Guerrero there. And Imperium's Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther was in attendance, but a good thing they didn't see their former Imperium stablemate Giovanni Vinci last week. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. And then Kevin Owens and the mystery partner faced A-Town Down Under. Now, first, it was some dude named Ricky who needs to shave his back. He's like what happens if Matt Bloom was shrunk in the dryer and clean shaven. And so when the female attendant ringside said, he's here. Okay, yeah, he's here. And then Kevin Owens decided to stun his own partner. Here comes Randy Orton. Orton was the mystery partner, and they took on A-Town Down Under, and Orton and Owens ended up winning that matchup. And then Cathy Kelly interviews Nick Aldis, and he said he's got a contract, and I think possibly for Bad Blood, in a tag team matchup where Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu goes up against Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. As you know, Roman Reigns did help out Cody Rhodes after the matchup, so to speak. And I want to go talk to either party. And Rhodes interrupts all this and says he's done with the bloodline. This is Roman Reigns' problem. He wants none of it. I'm not going to sign the contract. And he basically walks away. More people, dignitaries involved. Hall of Famers Booker T and Sharmell, Sheamus, and Michael P.S. Hayes. Sheamus is not a Hall of Famer, but Michael P.S. Hayes is, along with Booker T and Sharmell. They were in attendance. Meanwhile, Nia Jax addresses the Seattle crowds about her defending the title at Bad Blood against whom we don't know. Bayley interrupts Nia Jax, and then Tiffany Stratton interrupts Bayley, and then Naomi interrupts all three women. And then Nia Jax suggested they go one-on-one. As far as, Naomi and Bayley concerned, go one-on-one, decide who faces Nia Jax at Bad Blood. But then they were like, oh, triple threat match, that's fine. No. And then they had a better idea. So how about me and Tiffany Stratton versus you two in a tag match? Whoever scores the pinfall will face me at Bad Blood. But whoever loses the pinfall, if either Bayley or Naomi score the pinfall, they get a title shot at Bad Blood. But if Bayley and Naomi get pinned, they have to leave SmackDown permanently. Maybe someone's going over to Monday Night Raw to possibly challenge Liv Morgan, maybe. Who knows? And so Cathy Kelly interviewed Nick Aldis. He says, I got to talk to Roman Reigns about the situation. But actually, he said he did talk to Roman Reigns, and he said he's going to address everything out in that ring. And then more dignitaries, more Hall of Famers. Ron Simmons and Teddy Long are in attendance, along with William Regal, Bobby Roode, and Damian Priest, former world champion, attending SmackDown. Then the rubber match, the fifth match between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes happened, and Andrade ended up winning the match. LA Knight arrives on the scene and addresses Andrade, who he decided to give a United States title shot to. Byron Saxton interviewed Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, says who's going to stop us, we're the champs. And then Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax interrupt the champs. And so they kind of warned the champs, and Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, they're not backing down. And then with Nick Aldis in the ring, Roman Reigns addresses the Seattle crowd, saying it's my ring, my WWE, I'm the tribal chief, whether or not I have that Ula Fala necklace. That's what he said. And then Cody Rhodes comes out and said, listen, your WWE, this has not been your WWE since WrestleMania. But then Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa interrupted the proceedings until they were attacked by Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Both men did sign the contract to make the tag match happen. So be that as it may, ladies and gentlemen, there's no NXT level up tonight, and because of the big thing going on with SmackDown, they're probably going to get the SmackDown Lowdown going, and who knows when they're going to air NXT level up. So that is all the time we have on the show for SmackDown Event Center for the 13th of September 2024. On the next episode, we're going to talk about what happened at AEW Rampage and what happened at TNA Victory Road 2024. Thank you for tuning in, and until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.